Welcome. Here is a rundown of war in Ukraine. Air raid warnings issued in several Ukrainian regions. Air raid warnings were issued in several regions across Ukraine on Sunday morning, according to the Digital Transformation Ministry's live map. Air raid alerts went off at around 11 a.m. local time in the regions of Chernihiv, Sumy, Poltava, Kharkov, Cherkasy, Kirovograd and Dnipropetrovsk, as well as in the Kiev-controlled parts of the Zaporizhzhia region. Earlier in the day, Oleg Sinyahubov, governor of the Kharkiv region, informed residents about explosions and asked to take cover in shelters. Russia struck downtown Kharkiv with at least 2 missiles in the morning of February 5, injuring 3 people, according to the Kharkiv Oblast governor Oleg Sinyahubov. One woman has been hospitalized, the governor said. According to local authorities, 2 S-300 missiles in ground attack mode were used by Russia in the strike. A fire broke out in one residential building, according to Kharkiv Mayor Igor Tarakov. Rescue work is ongoing in the area. Over 1,000 Ukrainian MLRS combat vehicles destroyed during Russia's operation. The Russian armed forces have destroyed more than 1,000 combat vehicles of multiple rocket launch systems, MLRS, during the Russian attacks, Defense Ministry spokesman Lieutenant-General Igor Konashenkov reported on Saturday. A total of 382 Ukrainian warplanes, 206 helicopters, 3,021 unmanned aerial vehicles, 403 surface-to-air missile systems, 7,737 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,007 multiple rocket launchers, 3,996 field artillery guns and mortars and 8,262 special military motor vehicles have been taken out since the special military operation began in Ukraine, he said at briefing on the course of their so-called special military operation. And Germany's Scholz, Putin has not threatened me or Germany. Russian President Vladimir Putin in his telephone conversations with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has not made any threats against me or Germany, Scholz said in an interview with Sunday newspaper Bild am Sonntag. Former British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, speaking to the BBC for a documentary early this week, said the Russian leader had threatened him with a missile strike that would only take a minute. The Kremlin said Johnson was lying. Scholz said the conversations he had with Putin made it clear they had very different views of the war in Ukraine, which Russia calls a special military operation. I make it very clear to Putin that Russia has sole responsibility for the war, Scholz said. Because it was Germany's view that Russia's actions violated Europe's peace framework, it was providing Ukraine with financial, humanitarian and military help, he said. There is an agreement with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky that weapons supplied by the West must only be used on Ukrainian and not on Russian territory, Scholz said. We have a consensus on that, he said.